Hey everybody, what's going on? We are gaming it out back in our Vintage Story Let's Play series. So, off camera, we went out and we gathered a bunch of dry grass and a bunch of sticks. Not quite as many sticks, but we have a few stacks. I brought all my storage over to this area so that I can start working with it a little better. Yeah, we've had some time to I made another lantern and put it there, by the way, so I'd have a little light over here. So what was I doing with all these fences and stuff? Oh, I was beginning to set this up over here. We're gonna start building our pig pen soon. So I'm thinking the gate's gonna go here. I figured a little bit of offset here might be kind of nice. I don't know why. Something about having them directly across from each other, I just felt like a little too uniform, perhaps. So now what I might actually do, this fence is out one too far right now. I might make these start at the same place and then kind of have like an entrance, a ranch looking type entrance or something here, but we'll sort of all that out later. And then I got to dig some of this out probably. Maybe not a ton. If this is going to be the gate and this is going to be the entrance, it's going to be, I don't know, reasonably sized. But I've got plans for it, so I might have to dig some. Take it back. I actually am going to have to dig a good bit of this out because I'm replacing all the grass and whatever that is, the gravel back there, with packed dirt. That's going to be the flooring for most of the pig pen. So, the one that I built in creative to test it out is smaller than my chicken coop, which in some ways doesn't seem fair. So maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger than it is in creative. But I have the concept down, and I'm pretty happy with it. So pig pen's going here, I think. We're continuing to get what we can out of the farm while we still can. Got quite a bit of grain growing here. I'm trying to keep an eye out for grain while I'm out and about as well, because now that I have chickens and pigs, pigs won't eat dry grass, apparently. They also need grain, so I'm going to need quite a bit of grain to sustain my animals. And again, I don't think they starve, so I guess it's not the end of the world if we run out, but I'm kind of trying to behave as though they would starve, at least for the time being. I did also come up here and build our awning. Went ahead and got this started up here. So we'll see, you'll get a better look at it during the day, but you can kind of see it there. I've also spent some time thinking about the what we were talking about yesterday as far as like turning off monsters and stuff. And I've decided, one more thing that I did do. I've decided that I'm not going to do that. And I have a couple of other things I'm going to do instead. I'm setting up an area over here for pit kilns, which is what prompted me to go out and collect so many bits of dry grass and sticks. So when we have some daylight, we're going to head out tomorrow and grab as much clay as we can carry, or as much as we can find, I guess, and then come back, and I'm going to start getting a lot of bowls made. And what I'm probably going to do, potentially somewhere over here, I'm feeling like it kind of makes sense over here, is, and this might not be the best idea, but I think what I'm going to do is probably start my own mine. I'm going to make my own mine entrance, and I'm going to dig down, and I'm going to start my own strip mine. And I'm going to light it with the oil lamps as I go, so that there's not going to be any areas down there that are dark, so that nothing can spawn and surprise me. So the only way I could run into any issues is if I strip mine into an open cave, which I'll have to, deal with. I'll have to figure out some ways to deal with. But I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to probably take some oil lamps and try to fill in the cave that's under my house and see if that helps with the, temporal stability and the noises and stuff that we hear when we go in our cellar, because I really am just sick of that, honestly. It's really a bummer every time I go into my cellar to have to listen to that. So we're going to set up a bunch of pit kilns, and I'm just going to make a ton of bowls. Which means I'm also probably going to need to do some hunting so that I can get me a bunch of fat. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to light it all up with oil lamps because those never go out. And I don't have to use anything super valuable to do it. So I think that's the plan. Because I really didn't want to turn it all off. Like I said, there's an element to the intensity of going it underground that I do enjoy. I want there to be some risk and danger involved with that because that just feels right and it feels fun, but it just feels it also in this game in particular feels very overwhelming. Mining in this game feels like it's going to be a very different, much more intense experience than it is in Minecraft, which, like, fair enough. This is a more intense game than Minecraft in pretty much every sense of the word. But I think I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Like, I don't know how I'm ever going to get any mining done, but I think I'm going to strip mine. I think that might be, I think that might be the answer. I can control it. I can have it so it's never dark and it's contained within my area. And then if we ever want to go out and do some cave exploring, we can do that, but we can prepare a little better. We can have some armor and we can have all that stuff. So that's the plan. That's where we're at. I'm yapping right now because it's nighttime and I don't really have a ton to do overnight right now. So we're just doing a little yapping. So I made myself a few more tools. Well, don't do that though. Made myself a few more tools. Some of the other stuff I did in creative, I finished the pig pen, and then I started to work over here on like filling in this area with how I'm going to want it to look. And I made myself some tables, which perhaps we'll go ahead and start working on. I think I might. It's tough to know what kind of wood I want to use for this. When I start chiseling this out, this isn't as offensive looking as I thought it might be. So I might just do it out of this. It might be fine. It gives it a little bit of like flavor and stuff. So what is kind of a shame is that in creative I could chisel one piece out the way I wanted it and then make a wrench and then copy the piece and then paste it and rotate it as I needed. Here I'm going to have to chisel every bit of it, which, it makes sense. Makes sense that I would have to do that. But I guess we're either going to start chiseling this table or I'm going to sleep because I really don't have anything else to do. I guess I'm going to start chiseling the table. So what I did was I made tables out of this. I had shelves out to here, I think. And then I think I had a tool rack somewhere around here. And then just like crates. Actually, I think the table might not be. I think this was an open spot, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I put like crates there. And then over here, I had the table come down and then in a little bit to like somewhere around here. And it just made this area feel kind of closed in and a little bit more like a work area. So for now, we're gonna plan to do something like that. And I've got to figure out how to do this in a way that makes sense for us. So let me go ahead and get all these ready to be chiseled. And let me get an outline. So first, I know that I want this. It's pretty tedious. It's going to be a little bit of a tedious process, but I think it looked okay. It's a decent start. Eventually, maybe we'll want to get more in depth, but a lot of the detail and, like I said, internal stuff in the house. We'll spend a good bit of the winter probably doing a lot of that. But since I don't really have anything else to do this evening, we'll go ahead and start this. So now we can start knocking out the bottom. I'm glad it lets me chisel from farther away, because it would be really tough to get up in some of these spots. It's one nice thing about not being in creative is if I miss, I don't accidentally destroy a block. I was making a table that had quite a bit of detail on it the other night, and very, very late into the project, I accidentally broke one of the squares, and boy, it was heartbreaking, just brutal, because there's no undo button. This isn't right. Something's wrong with what I'm doing here, and I don't know what. We have to go look, because I don't know what I'm doing. Something's off about what I'm doing there, and it's bothering me. Y'all can see a little bit of the vision, though. I don't know if we'll do it exactly like I'm setting it up here, but you'll get to see a little bit of the vision. So it's like this. I've been kind of using rope ladders, just like hanging from random places. It's just a little bit of like little flavor, little random details. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay, that's what it is. So the this does go all the way around, and then the legs are under, and the legs are 3. That's what it is. Okay. It's because the last bit I did was the inside of the legs, and they're 2, and that's why I was thinking the legs were 2. But it's 3, and then the insides are going to be 2, and the lips do go all the way around. Okay, easy enough. So we have to fix some of this. So this comes First of all, that's gonna go... Nope. It just feels wrong, though. Something still feels wrong about the way that looks. Is it because this needs to be out more? Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Sun's coming up, so we'll put a pin in it for now anyway. Let's eat. I probably need to go downstairs and eat. I love the frost. Dude, that's so cool looking. So yeah, we're going to go get a bunch of clay. Oh, that's where that plank goes, actually. Let's go get a quick bite. Go out and get a bunch of clay. Start getting some bowls made. And I'll bring everything else. Backup axe, backup pickaxe. Spear's fine. Knife's fine. Backup shovel. We should be good. We should be good. And I feel like I saw some clay over here when I was gathering. Man, I really hope this finishes growing. It's going to be a real bummer if that gets to stage 8 of 9 and then won't finish growing. It's going to be a real shame. Also, I did like very little sprinting while I was gathering dry grass and sticks and stuff, and my food took so long to go down. So I think I'm going to try to break the habit of sprinting everywhere I go. I mean, it took so long to go down that I started to wonder if it was bugged. And I wasn't even full. I was probably at like 80%, 85%. And I mean, it just seemed like it never went down for the whole day. And I was like, I started to think something was wrong. But then it started going down. Yeah, I feel like I saw some clay. I don't remember exactly where. I should have marked it. But this is roughly the area I was messing around in. So not unthinkable we'll see it again. We still have some over there by our place. But figure if we've got the daylight and the willingness to go out and get clay, we should save that for more emergency type situations. One of those emergency clay situations, you know what I mean? Also ran into no danger while I was gathering sticks and dry grass. All in all, a very successful outing. Oh, lead ore. I need to start looking into this, actually. Like, how do I make bronze? Isn't it the next step up from copper? Black bronze, bismuth bronze, tin bronze. So there's all these different types of bronze? Okay, well, if I typed the whole word ingot, get rid of all the stuff that's not an ingot. You know what I mean? Do me a favor and get rid of all the stuff that's not an ingot. Alloyed from copper, zinc, and bismuth. Copper, silver, and gold. Tin. And so I need tin. So what do I do with lead? What is lead for? Lead ingot. Ingredient for night vision mask emitters. What? Leaded glass pane. Oh, I guess I don't do a ton with lead then. Alloy 4. Solder ingot. And Chalco's ingot? What in the hell is that? Okay, so I guess lead doesn't seem super important. I mean, that night vision thing is interesting. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't seem pressing right now. If he's going to continue chasing whatever he was chasing... No. Alright, yeah, we'll just keep moving. I don't guess I remember specifically where the clay we saw was, so we'll just wander for a little bit. Yeah, I really hope our crops will finish growing. I was definitely late to getting a farm going, but we'll be prepared, assuming we make it through the winter. I guess, I mean, you can't really fail, can you? You're just gonna respawn. I guess we could just get into a situation where we keep dying, but all right, there's not gonna be a clay over here probably. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but it's like now my food's going down. It took so long. You sleeping? Yeah, you sleepy. Okay, that's fine. I probably could have brought the shears so I could collect some sticks while I'm also doing this. I mean, I can still collect them, but honestly, after doing it with shears, I really don't want to go back to doing it without shears. Because that's a whole different ball game. I was like, damn, that looks clean, but that's not one of my copper mines. That looks intentional. That looks like stairs. Another thing, too, I feel like I miss a lot less when I'm not sprinting. I think that's clay over there. So yeah, we may end up going through more pickaxes, creating our own mines, but it just seems like the better alternative right now. Because the little bit of time I've spent in the caves, I just don't know when I would ever have a moment to mine. They just seem to always keep coming. That first night I went down there and like cleaned it out. I cleaned out every direction that I could go. And then there was like two areas that just looked like big drops that I couldn't go. And then the last thing I killed, I turned around and there were 3 more drifters behind me. And it's like the only thing that could have happened was you spawned here. And, again, the plan is to eventually fill all that up with oil lamps. But also heading down there, I mean, I don't know that I think it would do me a ton of good just heading down there anyway, because I didn't see any ores or anything. So why would that be better than just making my own strip mine? You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. Even if it's not the most effective thing to do necessarily, I'm not necessarily trying to like min max or use all the pro strats or like any. I'm trying to like I'm just trying to have an experience. That's really it. Trying to have an experience without using all the pro strats. And it makes sense to me to I also kind of like the idea of like on my own property having a mine entrance and eventually having my own like elaborate like tunnels and mine system and stuff. I think that would be kind of cool. And again, I can 100% control it. If I don't have oil lamps to dig to a certain area to make it safe, then I just don't dig to a certain area until I have them. We should be able to make quite a few. We should have a decent amount of fat. I don't think I've really used much fat for anything. Oh, no, I take that back, actually. I might have used... Did I use fat to make my pelts? I might actually be low on fat. I might need to go do a bit of hunting, actually. Which needs to happen anyway, so... How are we doing? Oh, we're doing real good, dude. This is great. Got clay for days out here, dude. Okay. I'm gonna trust myself there because I feel like I heard something. And every time I ignore myself, I get jumped on. And I swear I heard a wolf growl or pant or something. Could have been nothing. Also could have not been nothing. So, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Okay, I guess it was nothing. I am going to go ahead and mark this area because it looks like there's way more clay here than I'm going to carry today, which is great. Honestly, it's great news. I'm just trying to get some in that last spot before I get near that grass. So I won't pick it up. Pick it up anyways. Son of a bitch. I mean, we actually did get as much clay as we can carry, and we can probably come back and do it again. Hell yeah, dude. That's a big old win. All right, don't sprint. Just walk back. We got plenty of time. Yeah, I guess I need to take a look at how... Ooh, that's such a good tree. Look at this tree. That's such a good tree, man. Like, some of them are a little wonky looking. A lot of them are a little wonky looking, which is like 100% to be expected. That's a really good tree. Yeah, I dig that. How long ago was this death thing from? Is that when that wolf killed me a couple episodes ago? Where even was it? Here. Yeah, that's where that wolf killed me. Okay, okay. Dude, one of my favorite things is seeing my house, like, come into view from a distance. Isn't that cool, man? Like, that's our homestead that we built from scratch. Just in the middle of nowhere. And we're just barely getting started. It's gonna be so much more. Yeah, our food went down a lot that time, but that's fair. We were doing a lot of work. And is that ice? Do I slide? I do. Wow. That's cool. Can you break it and like do anything with it, or does it just break? Huh. I don't know what I would do with it, but the way he carries the shovel over his shoulder like that, love it. Okay, that was a very successful outing. What time is it? Almost 3 p.m. No. It just became 2 p.m. That's right. So we'll make a bunch of bowls tonight and probably get them fired. I'm going to need to make some firewood. So I reckon we should go ahead and do that. I'm going to need a good bit of firewood. Probably not a bad idea to start working on another charcoal pit as well. I really don't like running out of charcoal. So let's just stack. We'll just keep the stacks going over here for now. How are we looking over here? Are these done yet? 8 of 9, 8 of 9, 8 of 9, 8, 8, 8, 8. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it, guys. Finish growing. I would really like another gate. Do I have another one? Yes. I'm going to need access to these. Okay. So yeah, I can make a ton of bowls. I've got plenty of dry grass and sticks. So we'll do that very soon. I'm gonna go eat real quick. Try to stop letting myself get to the point where I'm starving before I go eat food. And we're gonna make a bunch of bowls tonight. I need to cook some more meals, to be honest. Okay, that'll probably come with hunting. I think tomorrow's gonna be hunting day, and we're just gonna set this here. Tomorrow's probably gonna be hunting day because I also need fat. Which was I keeping fat down here actually? Where was I keeping fat? I think it seems like a perishable item, so I was treating it like one. But so I have 5 lumps of fat right now down here. I might have more up here. Again, trying to break the habit of sprinting everywhere. It's a tough habit to break. So let's just look in everything and see if we've got any fat. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so we've got a few. 17. That's a pretty good start. That might be enough to light up the area under us. Improvised armor I can make out of wood. This is going to require leather, which I'm not into yet. Tailored. Plate armor, chain armor. All right, so wood armor for now, which is firewood, some dry grass, and my knife. Let's go ahead and do that, I guess. So what was it? It was knife up top, dry grass, firewood, and nighttime is upon us. So I reckon it's about that time. It's gonna make a ton of bowls. Head over here where it's light and start this party, I reckon. Man, this costs nothing. This is great. Damn you, Scuba Steve. So yeah, it's faster if I don't make mistakes. Sorted that out. Glad we could figure that out. How many bowls we got? Yeah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna make. It's tedious, but like I'd rather go ahead and get ahead of it. You know what I mean? By just making a ton. But the clay there. I'm gonna do enough to get every pit kiln full, and I have 10 pit kilns, so I need a few more. Okay, so that should be it on bowls. So I'll put my clay up. I'll grab me a few stacks of dry grass and a few stacks of sticks. And let's get to placing them. You know what? Torch is kind of driving me crazy, blocking my damn vision. So go there for now. All right. Phase 1 complete. I'm leaving that torch over there for them, by the way. If I break a torch and then replace it, does it reset the timer? The 48-hour timer? I guess we'll find out. A little frost on the ground. -3. Might be time to start thinking about some winter clothing. Oh, my poor crops, dude. Really hope they're able to finish. It is just past midnight. Okay, so I guess one thing we could do... Let me sort all this firewood and stuff, get my tools straight again, and then maybe we'll start thinking about exactly how big we want the pig pen to be. So I think I'm pretty content to have it be up against this fence, which I guess will stay. I guess this fence will stay, except I'm going to push it out one more. So we need to go ahead and do that before I forget, which means I'm going to need one more piece of fence. So, I mean, I guess I am eventually going to replace the whole fence, but am I going to replace it all with birch? That's the question. Put our gate over here, I reckon, for now. Big pen ain't coming back this far. Okay, so if we're looking at gate here, which if I have handy, I'll go ahead and put there. I don't reckon I will have that, though. Some more birch fence I might need, though. Birch gate. Oh, I need 4, though. Son of a bitch. Let me guess, I won't have a 4th birch board, and I'll have to... Dang. Dang, that's unfortunate. I can just saw 1 log. Okay. For some reason in my head for a second, I felt like I had to do a whole stack. But that's not the case. And that gives me 12. That's pretty good. So it was board. That's fenced though. I do it backwards every time. Every single time, dude. Which means I didn't need to do any of that with the boards. Every time I do it backwards. Isn't that crazy? Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So we're looking at like something like this. And we could bring it back. We could give them a little more depth, maybe, than the chickens have. Their area would be longer, and they'll have the bigger inside area. And we just do the pigs like this. Like that's a pretty good size, I think. We'll build a little shelter in this back corner. I'll probably give them some water, a little pond over here. And then the feeding area is going to be here. I've got a pretty cool design. I've got a design for the feeding area that I'm actually pretty happy with, where I'll be able to just feed them over the fence without having to go in. The chickens I'm going to have to go in to feed. Look at the little baby chick there. Look at that cute little bastard just up there sleeping. And you two up there sleeping, dude. Y'all just chilling out here, so happy in your little area. Love it. That's so satisfying. See them enjoying it. I've got a feeding area that I'm pretty happy with. So as we develop it, we'll get there. But I think this is a pretty reasonable amount of space. This leaves me room for 1, 2, 1, 2. I could even do a third trowel if I wanted to. I could also just double up and have a feeding area on both sides. But I'm thinking this corner for the feeding area. So it leaves me, I think 2 would be enough. But if we want a third one, I could probably swing that. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to take it out one more. So that way, if I do want a third one there, I can do it without cluttering up the gate, I think. I mean, I could also just move the gate down. The gate doesn't have to be in the middle. You know what I mean? The gate doesn't have to be in the middle. Okay. So let's just do this. And then, yeah, feeding area. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we still got space there. Great. Okay, so now I just need to dig this out and get it ready to be replaced with packed dirt. And I'm probably going to do the perimeter as well. And packed dirt. Because I like the way it looks over there with their hay, so. Will the shovel make it through this? I don't know if I think it will. It almost certainly will not. I'm going to need to eat again. I'm going to get to this corner, and then I'm probably going to go eat. All right, I don't need fences anymore for a minute. All right. So we'll be out of food. Cooked food soon. I guess I should get some more stews in the works. Ooh, shoot. Yeah, okay. All right, I guess I can make some stews that aren't meat stews. Hate that he keeps getting stuck on the stairs, man. That's really chapping my ass. Okay, back to it. I'm gonna need another shovel. I'm gonna make another shovel. I don't want to run out halfway through. So I'm gonna make another shovel. Got another pickaxe. I've still got a scythe. How's my durability? It's good. I've got shears. I've got a saw. It's doing fine. So what else would I want to make? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we put it down what we might want to make. We're in November, dude. And it is looking like winter out here. That's so cool, dude. This is so well done. Is that thin ice? Why does that look different? It's so good. This is so pretty, man. This is such a well put together game. I love the way this looks. My body temperature never goes down. Okay, what do we got here? I don't know what I would do with a copper rod. I don't know. We'll just make our shovel for now and figure it out later. Alright. What do we want to make? I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to just have another shovel on hand. You know what I mean? Why not? I want to see what a heavy hit would do. My crops aren't going to get to finish growing. Oh, no. They're so close to being done. Oh, I should go check my food. So much to do. Should I get another batch going? Actually, yeah. Why not? Okay. So it seems like 10 bronze is the next thing up. Yeah, how do I make it, though? Like, what is 10 bronze? 10 and copper. So I need to find 10. I don't think I have found 10. I found lead. I found quite a bit of lead. I don't think I've seen 10 anywhere. Lead, sulfur, lead. I don't think I've seen 10. I'm going to do all this gravel, and then we'll knock out the rest of the soil, because the soil goes so much faster. I understand it won't necessarily make it any faster, but I'd rather get the harder stuff out of the way first. All right, now we got to make a bunch of packed dirt. We have some, and I think it's equivalent to the amount of soil, so like it shouldn't be too hard to get enough to fill this in. So, packed dirt. Here's a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, it's just like that, right? Yeah. I'm gonna want a little bit of regular soil for the ground, or for the pond, sorry. So I think what I'll do is this. I mean, this should be more than enough, honestly. A couple of these spots will be hay that are going to go under their little enclosure, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah, this will be nice, dude. This will be a nice little area. So we'll go... Imagine I just found a shit ton of copper or something under here. I think this is a little bigger, actually. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to fill in with water, but like, whatever. Only got to do it once. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it filled in. Almost. Oh my god, come on. It still sounds like there's a block flowing, but I don't see it anywhere. Oh, you know what I just realized? I probably could have kept using the water here. Wow, that's annoying. I keep forgetting, man. That's a hard like thing to undo from Minecraft, where like if you don't have a permanent water source established. That's dumb. I could have just kept using the water I poured in here, I think, to spreading this water around. I think we're good. Okay, it's settled down now. Does that mean there's more I need to do in this one? Don't freak out, guys. You're all right. Okay, now. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Relax. This looks done. Do I get more if I do it with a scythe or something? I don't know. All right, yeah, we're gonna... For next year, I'm probably gonna build like a big farm and try to really load up on grain. I don't want to run out of grain. Again. I'll probably build me a little shed out here. Like maybe I'll fill in some of this and have a shed out here that's also a cellar where I can keep my grain and stuff. Something's popping off out there. The little baby pig. It is cute. Here, let me feed you guys. I know it's gonna freak you out, but did you just eat some of it, you fucking asshole? I'm talking to my own character, by the way, not my chickens. Y'all are okay. Y'all are okay. All right. Oh, we've been going for a while. All right. Well, that was pretty productive. We've got the area laid out for a pig pen. Their little water features done. So I'll have to build their shelter and get their feeding area set up. I need to make some large troughs. How do I do that? Just a little scoop of boards. That's easy. That's easy to do. I'll start with 2. Why do I feel like I already made 1 large trowel? Maybe I almost did that. Yeah, I must almost did. So here, we'll get these placed. Be a minute before we have anything to put in them, but we'll get them placed. Well, if that's not true, yeah, put it down. That little pig out there having the time of his life, dude. Little baby pig zoomies. What are you stuck on? So yeah, we'll get this. We'll continue to develop this. Hopefully, our farm. I'm gonna stop planting seeds. I don't reckon there's much sense in planting any more seeds right now. Those should be done soonish. And then we'll go down under our place and place a few of them and hopefully keep stuff from spawning directly under me. I guess I'm gonna do away with these. I'm just gonna store these for now. They ain't gonna do me no good for the rest of the season. And I think after I get the pigs moved, I'm gonna work on bringing this fence in a little bit over here. And I think this area is probably gonna be a mine entrance. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna build our own mines. We're doing okay on copper for the time being. Oh, you know what? That food's probably done. As well as that burn. Pick it up. Something spawns on my stairs, I'm gonna be real upset about it. I mean, there's really not much of a reason to not just continue to cook, right? Actually, let's try some other stuff. It's getting dark early. We're getting less daylight to work with. Come on, guys, just finish up. Y'all are so close. Just finish up. I believe in you. All right, so yeah, pretty good episode, I think. Oh, if you wanted to get a better look at that. Pretty good episode, I think. Pretty productive day. I gotta get the pigs moved over, which I guess I could put a little grain in their trowel and then just let them free roam, and it'll eventually end up in there. I would think, right? Did I put my grain down there already? Or no, I used all my grain. I'd have to run down and get. I'm gonna run down and get a little grain. Put a little grain in their trowels if I have any grain, which I might not actually. Okay. Well, that'll be something we have to do when we get a little bit of grain, and work on getting them moved over. Because it doesn't have to be done necessarily for me to move them over. You know what I mean? It's better. That's better than where they're at right now. So anyway, I guess we'll wrap up here for now. I don't know exactly what we got planned for the next episode specifically, but we'll figure it out when we get into it. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next one.